All right, so we're at this Bly Gap.
I have no idea.
I didn't remember anymore. Where are we at? Blah, blah.
Is it Whitling or something?
Whitley Gap, is that where we're at?
I think so. Where's the name?
Here, let me get the shelter log. Whitley Gap. We got here out of Neal's from yesterday, and we didn't make it before the storm came. So we got nice and soaked and had to dodge lightning, and then when we finally got to the top of the trail, of course, this shelter, we were told it's not that popular because it's a mile, 1.2 miles from the shelter sign to the shelter. So sure enough, true to the word, it was a very long 1.2 miles, especially when it's raining and it's almost dark and we didn't have headlamps out. So we got down here, we saw some bags hung, so we were kind of yelling around and looking around. Nobody was in the shelter. We couldn't see anybody. So we set up in the shelter with our tent just so we could keep it dry. You know, got our wet stuff off, got some dry stuff on. And then we ate a little bit. We weren't very hungry, drank some water, and just went ahead and got in bed, get warm. So then we were not sleeping very good at all. It was raining pretty hard. We had already saw the shelter mouse out visiting. He apparently climbed out on my insole on my Super Green and fell off the shelf with it, making quite the loud commotion. And then he was mad and started screaming. So then we saw another mouse still up there messing around. So I was like, well, that's great. And I think I mentioned that we lost our out sack. So I had looked at the log briefly and noticed that, you know, there were shelter mice. So I thought, well, maybe if we hang, we'll be good. Well, get out this morning, and sure enough, apparently this shelter is notorious for mice that like almonds. So most of the bags that we had, if they had almonds in them, they got in them. So we got mice in about 3 out of the 6 bags we had. So that was marvelous. When I got in them, we'd only lost 1 pack of protein powder of Stumblinas. I guess they tasted it and decided they didn't like chocolate and oatmeal. And mine, they got in several packs of I had pineapple and almonds. It looks like they tried some pineapple and decided it wasn't for them. But they didn't get in. We had like cheese wrapper from some cheese we bought at Neal's Gap in the trash bag. They didn't touch the trash bag, so I guess these mice don't like cheese. So we cleaned all that stuff out and got that all in one of the bags that's tore up, so that's going to become the trash bag now. So we're reorganizing our food packing with what we got left, which we've got plenty still to get us through. Got some water. There's a really nice pipe spring here. The privy is pretty nice. This is one of the composting ones where you do not put any liquid in it. You only put solids in it, and then you throw wood chips on it to help with the decomposition. We tried to get a real small fire going this morning just to see if we could dry out our socks and stuff before we got going today, but that wasn't happening. It's just too damp. If you can see, I'll see if I can get it. There's even someone wrote on here, "Beware the mouse." So there you go. Apparently he's notorious. So we've got all that done. Like I said, we've got a little bit of reorganizing on the food stuff to do, and then get that in our packs and get the tent down. But we got pretty much everything else already done. As you can see, we got some clothes still hanging up, drying, or what I'm going to call drying.
Yeah.
As drying as it's going to be. The new shoes did pretty good. I didn't have any problems with slipping, but they did get wet. I mean, they're not waterproof, and as much as it was raining, you know, even Stumblina's Gore-Tex, I mean, with it soaking through your socks, you're getting wet. So we are going to pack this up, and we are heading to Blue Mountain Shelter, which is 50.5 miles along, and we are at 38.4, I believe. So we're going to push just over 12 today. The next shelter was going to be over 15 to push to it, and we're feeling better, but I don't know that we're 15 mile feeling better. So we're just gonna. Plus, we're getting out of here late. It's probably after 10 now. I got up early, but I was just kind of getting moving, and I got water, and so I tried to get a fire going. I put my clothes back on that were wet and dried those out, so that was good. But we'll catch up in a little bit. So this nice rocky outcropping with this beautiful view that was not beautiful last night when it was lightning. Now that it's nice and sunny and beautiful and we're dry again for the most part. This is amazing. We're still trying to get out of the shelter area. This one is, like I said, about 1.2 back. So, oh man, there's wild blueberries right here on this bush. Oh yeah. So we're headed out. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna end up probably doing another 13-ish. We may actually get shuttled out to town tonight. We don't know. After being so wet last night, we may do some laundry and get everything dry again. Our sleep stuff is still dry, but our socks, and they should feel good, kind of damp this morning, but I can tell we're trying to go a little slow because they are rubbing a little bit and we don't want to aggravate anything. So just had to stop because this is amazing. We couldn't see any of this last night because of the rain and the fog and the lightning and the thunder. So, all right.
Take gloves. Nice together.
That is the backside of the North American black bear that is not scared when we yell at it.